Now, faith in the dark. What is faith in the dark? Trusting and believing in something that is greater than yourself when you can't even see the way forward or understand what is happening next. It's just like you climbing a step. At that flat part of the step, you don't even know what is there, but you're going. You just know that you will get to where you are going. It is also having confidence in God's presence, love, and plan, even in uncertainty. Okay? When you're not sure of the next step, you're not sure of where you're going next, but you trust God, that you know that God will come through for you. I mentioned the foundation of relationship a while ago. Let's just read Hebrews chapter 11, verse 1. Hebrews chapter 11, verse 1. No, I don't think it's verse 1. I think it's verse 6. Okay, just check through the place that say, and without faith, it should be verse 6, right? And without faith, it is impossible to please God. All right? For whoever will draw near to God, okay, he who come to God, the other scripture, the translation says, he who come to God must believe that he exists and he rewards those who seek him. The other translation says, diligently seek him. All right? Now, you can have, let me use myself as an example. You cannot have a relationship with me if we don't share the same values. You don't believe in what I believe. The scripture says in Amos chapter 3, I think verse 3, it says, can two walk together except they be agreed? Okay? Now, let's say I want to move forward and you say you want to move backward. We cannot walk together. Okay? I want to go to the right and you say you want to go to the left. We can. Let's say we're going to Lekki, you and I, we're together, we're going to Lekki right now. And so I enter Moto to Ikeja, and you enter your own vehicle to Oshodi. Will we get to Lekki at the same time? You may eventually get to Lekki because you can decide to get to Oshodi and now enter a motor that is going to Island again. You know, that kind of a thing. So eventually you might still get to Lekki, all right? But we cannot get there together and at the same time. Do you understand me? So if we don't share same values, same aspirations, it will be very difficult for us to relate. Do you understand me now? So that's how it is with God. All right? So in a situation like that, so one person will be dragging the other one backward, the other one will be dragging the other one forward. Okay? So that's how it is with God. All right? You have to believe in God. You have to trust in him. You have to have faith in him. That scripture says it is impossible to please God without faith. I like the way it is written. Not that it is difficult. Because when you say something is difficult, it means at some point it can happen. Right? If you say something is difficult, let's say you say to climb this hill is very difficult. But if you keep trying, okay, and the hill will drag you back. You know the way mountain used to drag people back? To drag you back and you climb again, drag you back. You refuse to give up. You keep going. At some point you scale through. That's something that is difficult. In the end, you still scale through. But this one, the scripture says it is impossible. What that means is that it's a no-no. Do we understand that? Yes. For you to have a relationship with God without faith. Now let's go to 2 Corinthians chapter 5, verse 7. It reads, for we walk by faith and not by sight. Somewhere in John, I think chapter 4 or chapter 14 or thereabout, he said God is a spirit. And those that worship him must worship him in spirit and in truth, with your sincerity of heart. You cannot say, I'm worshiping God, when God already knows every part of your heart. Who are you deceiving? All right, you're deceiving yourself. So we walk by faith and not by sight. Now, this scripture further confirms that it is impossible to be in a relationship with God without having faith in God, without trusting God. All right.